Just when you think that AMC and GME is done, it's fizzled out, it's stopped entertaining us folks on the stock market, you're wrong. It goes and runs up massive amounts. But today we saw a really big sell off. And I'm seeing the same exact things that I've been seeing throughout the entire year. When there's some sort of run up, everyone comes out and starts yelling, MOAS, MOAS coming tomorrow, the mother of all short squeezes. Are we going to sell at 500? Are we going to sell at 600? Are we going to sell at 1,000? Everyone's jumping onto the bandwagon to make a little bit of ad revenue. And honestly, partially, I'm no different. But in this video, I want to talk about something that is not related to AMC per se. It's related more to you, the person that follows AMC, because I want to encourage you to not just watch every single downturn and say, oh, this is hedge funds manipulating, or oh, this is happening because there's synthetic shares and all that jazz happening. I want you to think about not only what you're going to do and the price point that you have, but think about what the other side is doing. When you're playing chess, you're never just thinking about what you're planning to do. You're trying to figure out what the other side is planning to do as well. And one thing I want to point out is that there's erroneous thinking when it comes to the short percentage. People look at the short percentage of float, and let's say it goes up to 24%, and they say, oh my God, the shorts are stuck. They've been at this. They were shorting it when it was $10. It's close to $26 now. They're stuck. And if we run this up to $30, $40, they're gonna have to cover. But I want to present an idea to you that might be something that you're not thinking about. See, the shares shorted, they change hands. So some of the people, some of that percentage that's shorted, some of the hedge funds that shorted, they may have done so when it was $30, $40, $50, or even $60. And so they're sitting pretty. They're in no way being forced to cover that short percentage. Just because the percentage grew doesn't mean that it's the same people that started out in the very beginning before the original squeeze. I know some people argue it wasn't a squeeze. I believe it was. The other thing that I want to suggest, which is always helpful, and I'm currently doing it myself, is learning everything you can about options trading strategies, not just call and puts, not just the simple stuff. I'm talking about the advanced options trading strategies. You need to understand leverage, and you need to understand how one may go about hedging their bets. Because remember, hedge funds, they might be unethical, they may be immoral in some of the practices that they use, trading stocks, commodities, all that jazz. But one thing they are is smart. They are smart and they know how to hedge their bets. And so I always push the point that right now it's going to be harder to cause any type of squeeze, both AMC and GME. It's going to be very, very difficult because hedge funds are not getting caught with their pants down like they did initially. Now they're prepared. They're definitely more hedged in their strategy going forward. Because remember, there are strategies that hedge funds can use that are actually going to go against you. Because right now, what are AMC holders doing? Well, they're just sitting there and they're saying to themselves, I'm going to hodl until this goes to the moon. I'm not going to sell unless it's over $1,000, $500, whatever. So let's pretend I'm a hedge fund and I'm thinking to myself, okay, so you're saying you're never going to sell your shares unless they go over 500, 1,000, right? And a lot of you, the retail investor, are very susceptible to something called FOMO. So what I might do as a hedge fund is collaborate, and this is all alleged, with other hedge funds and buy up a bunch of AMC, driving the price up to, let's say, $35 in one day. Let's say that happens, that AMC goes up another 40, 50%. What's going to happen? Well, after that, I'm going to rely on trades. I'm going to rely on Matt Kors. I'm going to rely on Claybro. I'm going to rely on Louis Wall Street. I'm going to rely on all of these YouTubers, all the ones championing the AMC movement, to go ahead and shout to the rooftops that this thing is going at $1,000. And what is that going to do? That's going to cause a lot of FOMO buying to come in. And as soon as that happens, I'm just selling my shares off the top. Now, another thing you have to point out is that a lot of these hedge funds, just to mess with you, might be buying a lot of short positions, but they also might be buying long positions as well. And they might be doing options trading strategies that are advanced options trading strategies where they're actually going long, but they have to put a short position in. And because they're putting that short position in, you, as the retail investor, are seeing the short percentage of float go up. You're looking at Ortex, you're looking at the channels that cover short percentage, and you're saying, well, this is clearly a catalyst for me to go and dump more money into AMC. So what I'm encouraging in this video, keep learning, keep understanding the psychology and behavior behind what hedge funds are doing, behind what smart money is doing, behind what the retail investor is doing, and how it all affects demand and supply and eventually price movement. And so it's very, very interesting to me, but it also gives me a unique perspective because I'm not championing a certain side right now. I'm trying to look at it as just this objective story and follow along. And so I highly recommend that you try to do the same. Now, it's easy to say, oh, it dropped 12.5% today, so that's all hedge funds trying to manipulate it, but there actually might be something else going on. And also remember, retail investors, you might be the person saying it's going to go to $500, it's going to go to $1,000, but I personally know many retail investors that have actually given up on the play and have sold their entire positions. So some of the sell-offs, it does come from retail investors. And then also remember, some people, they went retail investors and bought in like 2 days before this recent run up, and they were sitting on like 70% gains. So some of them probably are taking out those gains as well. And also there's a broader market sell off, and that always tends to hurt plays like this. It's a lot better momentum when, let's say, the NASDAQ, the S&P 500 is up 2%, 2.5%, and you're seeing an AMC GME run. That's going to be a lot more bullish, and that run is probably going to go further. Now, to finish this off, do I think there can be an AMC squeeze that potentially goes over $100? If we're talking about probability, I would probably say it's very unlikely. Is it possible? Absolutely, it is possible, both for AMC and GME to keep running like crazy. In all honesty, I am not a part of the movement right now, so I would personally miss out. But if you're a part of the movement, please comment in the comment section if you are hodling, if you're sitting on the sidelines, if you're in just in these past couple of weeks, if you've been in for the whole year, if you got in at amazing prices, list the price that you got in at, and let me know which stock, options trading strategy, and crypto you wish for me to cover next. I try to do it all on this channel. For those of you that are long AMC, I'm rooting for you, both on the financial front and also on the morals and ethics when it comes to trading front. I would love to see a lot more stricter rules. I know there's being some laws put in place. I know there's some investigations, but I just feel it's just going to be a bunch of slaps on the wrist, and smart money is going to keep making smart money. Hopefully I'm wrong. I tend to be a little bit skeptical when it comes to plays like this, and I'm just a little bit of a cynical investor. Even with stuff I really, really believe in, I always take a look at both sides, and I always try to figure out what each side is doing and what happens in this scenario and what happens in that scenario. Please make sure that you're not just checking in on your portfolio. Please make sure you're checking in on your mental health as well. And I wish you all a lot of prosperity and peace of mind. And let's get some more entertainment from these short squeeze stocks. There is nothing I enjoy more than seeing short squeezes actually squeeze. Do I always partake in it? No. Are my balls as big as yours? Probably not. So with that being said, I'll see you all in the next video.